From throwing literal punches at each other to Kimberly throwing shade at her big sister's wedding in a now-deleted caption. Here's why Kardashian fans are convinced that Kourtney's wedding proved they're still beefing. Starting with the fight that got real ugly, real quick. I mean, you gotta admit, Kim's attitude towards Kourtney reeks of hatred, and this ugly fist fight could have been avoided if she just stayed quiet. Over the years, the two sisters have been known to get into arguments, with all their fights being shown on their show for the world to see. But this violent altercation between them took place in an episode of their reality shows in 2020, is without a doubt one of the most infamous events in Kardashian history. Now, 3 years from that crazy day, things still aren't okay between the two sisters. It was actually very apparent in Kourtney's brand new Hulu special, Till Death Do Us Part, in which she and Travis Barker give fans an inside look at their lavish wedding in Italy. It features footage from their personal archives during their wedding. And eagle-eyed fans were quick to notice the tension between the two older Kardashian sisters. But wait, let's rewind. It started getting heated in 2017 when Kourtney cut back on the amount of time she spent filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians to spend more time with her children. And can you blame her? It comes after years of sharing some of the most private aspects of her life on the show, including her tumultuous relationship with Scott Disick and giving birth to her first child with cameras in her face. Kourtney decided to step away, but Kim wasn't having it. I mean, for her it's a running joke, right? Accusing Kourtney of having a poor work ethic. After their sister Kylie Jenner missed a work obligation due to illness, Kim made a comment about how Kris is used to her and Khloe showing up for work on their deathbeds. Okay, maybe the statement itself wasn't the problem. It was the fact that she accidentally said Kourtney instead of Khloe, then laughed and said, "Oh no, I meant Khloe." And this happened twice. Because Kourt didn't react the first time. Y'all can't tell me that was a very obvious attempt to trigger Kourtney and paint her as a jobless loser. Well, soon enough, the two got into a very messy physical fight. Throwing punches, slaps, and drawing blood. Then Kourtney finally started crying and called filming with her sisters torture. The next year, when Keeping Up with the Kardashians came to an end, Kourtney stated that it had been a toxic situation for her. She seemed to be in a better place when the family was offered The Kardashians, a new series on Hulu. When the show debuted last year, it didn't take long for viewers to notice that Kim and Kourtney were still at odds after all these years. Yup, all those rumors that suggested Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian's relationship was off. You better believe them. Plus, it looks like the third season of The Kardashians won't hold back when it comes to sibling rivalry. As you may have seen in May 2022, Domenico, Dolce, and Stefano Gabbana lavishly hosted a wedding in Italy for Kourtney and Travis Barker. The entire Kardashian family was decked in D&G. It was certainly an event. In fact, so much so that Hulu released a full-length 70-minute televised special about it. Now, you might also remember that Kim debuted as the face of Dolce & Gabbana in September 2022, just a few months after Kourtney and Travis's nuptials. And it turns out that Kourtney was not happy. Why? Well, this brings me to the teaser for the upcoming season of The Kardashians. The teaser trailer ended up squashing all rumors of the sisterly beef because it just got real, Kourtney declares in a confessional. "My sister used my wedding as a business opportunity." Kim also asks Khloe Kardashian whether Kourt is upset with her, to which she replies, "Livid." And according to Kendall, Kourtney felt like her wedding vibes were, like, stripped from her. Well, if there's one thing I'd believe no questions asked, it's that Kim will leave no opportunities to do business. She's got that Kris virus in her. While this is going on, Kim doesn't seem to get why her sister is so furious. But Kourtney is done taking the shots. In the teaser, she can be seen telling Khloe that although people think it's a misunderstanding, it's not. It's who she is at the core. Oh man, those words are tough, and not coming from a place of love. So hang on to your hats, because the upcoming season, which kicks off on May 25th, will be full of drama. And possibly even screaming matches between the two. By the way, did you notice how Kourtney missed Kim's big moment at Milan Fashion Week? It's where she launched her collaboration with Dolce & Gabbana. If that wasn't proof enough, in October, she talked about how Kim and Khloe made her feel like they were ganging up on her. while they were filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And even though she stated that she currently has a good relationship with her sisters, insider sources have been verifying the rumored conflict. According to them, Kim and Kourtney are always feuding with each other and looking for any opportunity to be at each other's throats. Now, let's look at more instances from the wedding that prove something major is happening between the two. Just hours after the Hulu special aired, one viewer dissected all of the awkward moments between Kim and Kourtney in a TikTok video, with the first awkward encounter happening literally as soon as Kim and her daughter North arrived in Italy for the wedding. Kim looked to reach out to hug her big sister, but Kourtney ignored her and hugged North first, and then hugs Kendall Jenner. Yup, she seemed to ignore Kim entirely. Later, Kim decides to give Kourtney some sisterly advice as she gets ready to go down the aisle. And get this, while Kim is speaking, Kourt is taking pictures with Kris and appears completely uninterested in what she has to say. She then quickly interrupts Kim to say, "So you're saying walk slow?" Yeah, essentially. Then someone on TikTok observed that the sisters later pose for a very awkward picture together, with Kourtney and Kim avoiding body contact and leaving noticeable space in between. And the last thing a curious fan observed was Kourtney's response to Kim's speech at the reception. Honestly, I truly hope that editing is to blame, because Kourtney is not paying attention to a word that Kim is saying. And sure enough, in the clip of Kim's speech, Kourtney can be seen speaking to Travis and his son Landon, while appearing to be super disinterested and distracted. I mean, it's one of the things about Kourt that annoy people the most. That girl has the attention span of a goldfish. But really, at your own wedding reception, while someone is addressing you, actually, that speech was kinda off too, so I don't blame her entirely. Fans are sure that the Kardashian sisters are at odds after Kim's weird speech at Kourtney's rehearsal dinner. The day before Kourtney and Travis Barker's Italian wedding, Kim was toasting them with her weird tone, which was noticed by everyone. The 42-year-old reality star greeted everyone in a monotone voice and said the most basic things for a speech that was supposed to be fit for her big sister's wedding. Things like, "It's a movie, it's the cutest." The homage was criticized as being awful by viewers at home, who weren't blind to the tensions between the family. These are two grown-ups in their 40s getting married, and you're also a woman in your 40s. We saw Kim bring out her finest speeches and waterworks for Khloe's baby shower. Surely she could have done more here, no? For months, fans have been wondering whether Kourtney has cut ties with all her sisters. She seemed to criticize both Kim and Kylie Jenner for using private jets, in the wake of the two receiving criticism for flying on their expensive, luxury jets for trips that can easily be made by car. So Kourtney posted a picture of the commercial aircraft she and her family were traveling in as they made their way back to Los Angeles from Cleveland. Shade thrown. Also, Kourtney missing Kylie's lavish 25th birthday celebration on a huge yacht added fuel to the fiery sibling rivalry rumors. Speaking of shade, anyone catch Kim's snarky caption? Yup. After followers accused her of dissing her sister, Kim Kardashian edited an Instagram caption of her post. If you missed it, Kim shared pictures of the Las Vegas wedding of her close friend Chris Appleton that she officiated. She first wrote, "There's no one else for whom I would have officiated a rock and roll Vegas wedding than at Chris Appleton 1 and at Lucas Gage." Let's not forget that Kourtney had a similar theme for her wedding in Las Vegas, and fans caught that shade in time, leading to Kim changing the caption, which now reads, "I was so honored to be able to officiate a wedding in Vegas." If that was on purpose or not, I'm not sure. But considering it's the Queen of Shade, I wouldn't be surprised. So, from Kimberly throwing shade at her big sister's wedding in a now-deleted caption, to throwing literal punches at each other, this was why Kardashian fans are convinced that Kourtney's wedding proved they're still beefing.